I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on check.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw caught out wide, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Ezekiel.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll roll him out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Elliott. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. So now the Cowboys will line up to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. 8-6 the score after 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Kamara on the carry.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll turn to Kamara. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6.
Jaguars 14, Cowboys 8. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 27. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackled at the 20.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
25.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 6 from the 10. On the ground, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it 21-8. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start the second half with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Kamara. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now here's a carry heading left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, past the 20, touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Jaguars 29, Cowboys 8. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try to get more people to the point of attack.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike, 55. And we got to get to the ball. Mike 55.
He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Chris Conley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
22-yard line.
And now here's a carry heading left. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Jaguars 36. Cowboys 8. Josh Lambeau.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Complete to David.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. The 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Lambo on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jaguars 43, Cowboys 8. Josh Lambo to kick off 4.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. And the Cowboys.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper.
The pass.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, Dallas.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all third down here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
He was covered.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Tonight's final score, Jack
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.